Hello, lovelies. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Today, we will be doing a spiritual advising session for Amanda Seales. So, for those of you that are part of my Patreon, you are already well aware that last Friday, I did a reading about her leaving the real. I asked what her ancestors thought about it. I also asked what the other host thought about it and what the reason was. And something that was very interesting was that her ancestors were disappointed that, and all of this is alleged, so let me just preface that tarot card readings are for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say is not 100% accurate. This is all alleged. But for those of you that have gotten a reading from me, you already know what time it is. Okay? Her ancestors had spoke about how they were disappointed in her decision to leave after being there for such a short time, because they had sent her this opportunity and this platform. This was a really big platform for Amanda Seales to really share her intellect, for Amanda Seales to share her points of view and whatever the case may be. And it was just a really good platform for her to just, it's daytime television. That's a big deal. And even on her interview that she did with Hollywood Unlocked, she talked about how this was the first time that she had a show. I mean, not a show, but a job to go to every day. Because, Amanda Seales is an entrepreneur. She is a woman of many talents, many skills. And I don't think she has, from my time of being introduced to her in the public eye, I don't feel like she's really had an opportunity to consistently show us who she is on a consistent basis. It's like she'll get a job here, she'll get a job there, but it's not consistent. So today for, her spiritual advising session, if y'all tuned into Doja Cat's spiritual advising session, it will be the same format. Whenever I do a celebrity spiritual advising session, I will do it in the format where, I will propose one question. We will look at the past influences of the situation. We will see how this, situation is affecting that said person now, some possibilities for the future, and then the lesson that needs to be learned. So today the question that Queen Lovelee is posing is, why does it appear to be that Amanda Seales has yet to really land and have some stability in her life when it comes to who she is as a woman and who she is as a public figure? Let's see what Spirit has to say. And before I get deep into this video, please like this video. Please share this video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can receive more videos such as this one. And if you are interested in booking a email reading or a phone reading with me, information for that will be pinned in the comments as well as the description box. If you are a first-time buyer of any of my readings and you're having trouble with finances, you can email me. I usually have a code to help certain people out when Spirit leads me to. Okay, so to begin, I feel like Amanda's way of showing up in work environments and amongst collective groups of people stems from her family dynamic. What I pick up with Amanda Seales is that, first and foremost, she doesn't take care of herself the way that she should. And what I mean by that is, if she spent more time really nurturing herself and taking care of herself, when she finds herself in situations where, she's trapped by her thoughts, she's trapped by her fears, she's trapped by her paranoia and insecurities, she would have a solid foundation within to turn to. She doesn't really listen to Spirit. And that is represented right here with the Judgment. Oddly enough, this Daughter of Pentacles comes out, and this in reverse. And this is the cards that was coming out in the reading I did with about her on my Patreon. This talks about missed opportunities. So when the Page of Pentacles comes, that's when an opportunity is coming your way or an opportunity has been presented. And it's usually an opportunity where you have a chance to really show your creative side and make money from it. So with Amanda Seales, it came out in reverse twice. So this is telling me that these are missed opportunities. She gets opportunities to really shine. She gets opportunities to really make money off of things that she's passionate about. But Amanda is someone that can't be tamed, and I wouldn't necessarily say that's a bad thing, but the minute she feels confined, the minute she feels like she's being suppressed and she's being silenced, she walks away. And what her ancestors want her to learn how to do is to maneuver within. You can't always walk away every single time. Now, if it's situations, because we know how the entertainment industry can be, if it's a situation where, because she is a woman, Amanda's a very attractive woman, and you have, these misogynistic CEOs and people that sit at the top of these boardrooms trying to push up on you or make you feel uncomfortable or make it inappropriate advances, I completely agree and stand with her decision to just, disengage and remove herself. But I get that when it came to the real and when it comes to a lot of work situations, she leaves when she's not getting her way. She leaves when she's not getting her way. And this ties into her family dynamics growing up. So let's go a little deeper. So I get, there was a situation with her mom and dad. I feel like the dynamics with her mom and dad, I pick up energetically that she grew up watching her dad suppress her mother's voice. I get that it's very possible that they could have had a relationship dynamic where her dad was, the head of the household. He's the protector and provider. I'm not saying that Amanda felt protected by him. I'm not saying that she didn't. But something that Amanda noticed very, very early on was that her mother comes up as the goddess of wands. Her father comes up as the god of cups. So her mother, I feel like Amanda gets her fire and her passion from her mother, but her mother probably was not someone who expressed it and exuded her fire and her passion. And I feel like that really made Amanda upset to watch. She didn't like the idea of, her father getting the last say-so and just kind of shutting her mom down. And I think that's something that Amanda needs to deal with from her childhood, because there's a lot of situations that I'm picking up where someone is not necessarily trying to suppress or shut you down, but because they're not 100% accepting you in that moment, you just walk away. And like I said, I get where Amanda is coming from, but in addition to that, her ancestors want her to learn how to maneuver a little bit, really maneuver and just learn how to, roll with the punches. If I'm not mistaken, Amanda is an Aquarius South Node and the Leo North Node. So she's definitely meant to be in the spotlight to an extent, but her having an Aquarius South Node can make her someone who really just, has an inability to relinquish control. They feel like they have to be in charge of everything. And like I said, I was having this conversation yesterday with one of my cousins, especially when it comes to Black women. Our inability to relinquish control, our inability to trust someone to lead us comes from a long history of our experiences and watching Black women around us have to take charge because people failed us and left us in those positions. So it's good to be a leader. It's good to be someone who can, watch. It's good to be someone who can, take charge when needs to be. But it's also like, as a woman, you want to know that sometimes you could take a back seat and somebody could lead you, and you want to trust that that person could do that as well. So I asked Spirit, how does this affect her now? And these same cards came out and I shuffled. It's the Wheel of Fortune, the Daughter of Pentacles, and the Seven of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune and Daughter of Pentacles talks about how Amanda Seales' ancestors are always going to continue to send her opportunities to monetize her creative abilities and gifts that they've given her in efforts to create financial stability for her. I am not saying that Amanda is broke or struggling for money, but like I said, she even said it on Hollywood Unlocked. She has never had a job that she's went to every day. It's a constant hustle. So they are trying to create stability with her finances, because Amanda Seales is someone where if her finances are stable and she's going to a job every day or a gig or whatever the case may be, it creates a regimen for her to be able to have like some structure. And this is represented by the Four of Wands in reverse. This talks about Amanda Seales and her inner peace and whatever the case may be. But the Fool card is here over the Seven of Wands. So this is not talking about a new beginning for Amanda Seales. This is actually talking about her inability to persevere. Once again, her inability to like slow down and really see things for what it is. And then you have the Sun card here at the back of the deck, but it's followed by the Eight of Coins in reverse and the Four of Swords. So this talks about her being mentally restless. The Moon card came up earlier. I feel like Amanda spends a lot of time in her head. She is a Cancer sun and a Cancer moon. I just feel like even though she says that she doesn't care about this and she doesn't care about that, that may be very much so true. But in addition to that, she does spend a lot of time over analyzing things. And instead of really working on herself, in a more productive fashion, I just pick up energy that she tends to shoot first, and she don't even ask no questions later. She just be like, all right, it is what it is. What's next? So that is how her past situations are affecting her now. The Ace of Cups is here with the Three of Cups. So I see that in the future, Amanda Seales will have a lot to celebrate and her cup will runneth over. But with this Devil card here following and then this World, it's a situation where she has to really go to war with her shadow side and really pick out those things that I don't want to say that people dislike, because it really shouldn't be about what people dislike. But I will say, if everyone is saying the same thing about you, you may want to take a look at yourself and readjust, or at least get to the root of where this characteristic trait comes from. I do see in the future she has the possibility to be financially stable and doing what she wants, because the Nine of Cups is here with the World card. And I also see her releasing years worth, like 10 years, a decade worth of burdens, emotional burdens that she has carried, and building a better relationship with her ancestors. But like I said, that comes after she does her shadow work. So in conclusion, Amanda Seales' inability to relinquish control, her inability to bend, has to do with her watching women in her life, specifically her mom, allegedly, have to bend and have her voice suppressed by her father's rigid way of being. And Amanda internalized that as a child. And because she internalized that, and I don't think she's ever quite dealt with that, that fear tends to show up when she's in a space where she has to answer to someone. It's one of those things where I understand Amanda has her opinions about racial disparities and inequalities when it comes to the workplace, especially in the entertainment industry. But in order to affect change, you have to be on the inside. That's just how it works. And to Funky Dineva's point, because he did a video asking why she quit. If you could have just stayed, especially at this crucial time we're in, where it's voting season and what's going on in the world, if you could have just stuck it out till the end of the year, you know what I mean? And for those of you that see my Patreon reading, I don't want to give too much away. Like I said, for as little as $3 a month, you can sign up. You are guaranteed to get one celebrity reading per month. That is 4 to 5 readings a month for $3 a month. Sounds like a good deal to me. You'll see that, perseverance, you'll just see what I'm talking about. I don't want to give too much away. So yes, Amanda Seales, you have to learn how to persevere. You have to learn how to not allow your childhood fears to show up in your adult life, especially when you have divine opportunities presented to you. If you would like to book a spiritual advising session with me or a tarot reading, you can refer to the description box as well as the comment that is pinned. If some of the prices are too much for you and you really need a reading, you can always email me. I do have a code for first-time buyers. And have a lovely day, and thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.